Well, howdy there, Internet people, it's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about Trump and the GOP blocking a Democratic move to force an Epstein release. The Republican Party is having a very hard time grappling with the DOJ decision to pour cold water on the story. Reporting says there was a massive disagreement within the White House that almost led to resignations. Social media influencers, some of whom built their entire presence on catering to the lengthy list of theories that accompany the case, are pushing back on the administration's decision. The Republican base, especially those who propelled Trump's initial win in 2016, are distraught. For them, this was the most important issue, and now the administration is walking away from it. And worse, telling them to stop talking about it. Sensing that there's obviously a reason the Republican Party did an about-face on this issue, the Democratic Party has gone on the offensive, for once. Representative Ro Khanna of California introduced an amendment in the House to force the release of Epstein-related information. The amendment is pretty simple. Quote, A. The Attorney General shall retain, preserve, and compile any records or evidence related to any investigation, prosecution, or incarceration of Jeffrey Epstein. B. Not later than 30 days after the date of the enactment of this act, the Attorney General shall release and publish any records or evidence related to any investigation, prosecution, or incarceration of Jeffrey Epstein on a publicly accessible website. That's it. That's the entirety of it. So, there's nothing buried in here to explain only one Republican voting in favor of it. Representative Chip Roy of Texas didn't vote. It looks like every other Republican on the committee voted to keep the files secret. Representative Khanna said, quote, "Are you on the side of the rich and powerful, or are you on the side of the people?" Representative Ralph Norman of South Carolina explained voting with Democrats by stating, quote, "The public's been asking for it. I think there are files. All of a sudden, not to have files is a little strange." Democrats have promised to introduce the amendment, quote, "again and again and again." The real wild card in this has already been telegraphed. Elon Musk has promised to set up his America Party. The strategy looks like it will be to try to target specific seats and peel them off from the major parties. This development gives Elon a ready-made issue to siphon off major parts of the Republican base in key states and districts. If there isn't a very good reason for this move, this might be the biggest unforced error Trump's ever made. While most of his bad moves were forgiven and explained away by his base, this one might be different. It's unlikely to go away, especially with Elon and the Democratic Party having very good reasons to keep the story alive. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.